Hey everybody, welcome in. Happy New Year 2021. It's here. And to start the year, I thought, you know what? A lot of people have been asking me for account reviews. Where am I at with different events? Where's my account sitting on different characters? So I thought, what better way to start the year than laying down where my account is at, how I'm starting 2021, and then we can measure how far we can progress as we go along. So, enough said, let's jump up and we'll go in and have a look through my collection and we'll see my top characters. And yes, still currently, Elsa is my only tier 8 character. Now, I've been working hard on Hero, trying to get him, grinding him up, trying to get him to tier 8, and I've got a few more of the insignias to collect, the downtown hero ones, and slowly trying to farm these, the metal bars. And then as soon as I've got those ones, he's going to get this next piece of gear. But these essences right here, these ones are a nightmare. They are a nightmare to try and get. And I've just been hoping and hoping and hoping. I pull them in a raid and they're just not coming. So I'm just like, no. But I've given myself, because I've still got all the other gear pieces, I've started equipping all these other ones, just waiting and trying to get all of the other gear pieces and seeing before, if we can get them all before we pull these, and hopefully we get these in a raid by then, because currently in a raid you're pulling 3 lots of essences, and if I can just pull a lot or 2 of those, one lot I'll be pumped, 2 lots I'll be ecstatic, and then that'll just finish off my farm. So that'll be amazing. I was short for so long on defense essences, and I actually just went in and I was holding off upgrading a whole bunch of other characters because of that. And then I finally pulled some and I was like, boom, I'm catching up with all my other essences. I'm just going to lay it down. So I went in and I upgraded some other characters. So I went and upgraded my sheriff, and I upgraded my Merlin just down here. Hello, Merlin. And I've got him already. Sneak peek video coming on that. So stay tuned right there. And then just logging some gear onto Zurg. So those are the only characters that I've got some 7.5 to going to tier 8. And I'd say once I finish Hero, I'll probably try and priority Stitch. I will have enough to put another piece on Sheriff. Right about now, I'm just holding out and just claiming a few more of those. I'm just claiming just a few more of those from the exchange, which actually I can go and check that out right about now. So with that, I have just been trying to pick some of these up, and I'm just getting no kingdom pieces for the tier 8 gear. Now I'm getting lots of downtown villains, lots of wilds, and I've got a couple of mythicals, but I use some of those on Merlin. So I'm getting a lot of everybody else. So I'm just trying to hold out, get what I need, farm what I need, and see how that goes for me, because at the moment it's going pretty well. And once I finish a few of these characters, having my character aims, so I'm gonna be going for, just have a quick little explain of what I've gone for here. First of all, I put this piece as a priority because it gives me offense, it gives me speed, and it gives me precision. Now those are the ones that I wanted the most, because A, I wanted to hit harder, B, I want him to not miss. I don't want people evading him. So that's why I wanted that precision. And then speed, all characters just are better with speed. And then I went back and got his other offense and speed for those exact reasons. The offense and speed are most important. And then I'm going to go in and get this piece, which I'm just holding out for until I get those last couple of fragments. So when I can get those fragments, then the kingdom fragments, then I'll be equipping this piece here. And what this piece here, just the evasion, the 10% evasion, of course more offense is great. 10% more evasion is going to be just helping him just hopefully evade one something every now and then, and maybe he'll just keep alive to do another big hit, because at the moment he's just easy to take down for anyone going up against him. So that'll just help, and then I'll work my way back on other offense and defense and things like that. So probably work on a survivability for what I just mentioned. He's fairly easy to take out, so work on a survivability because he already hits hard, and then we'll move forward onto this. So those are kind of my priorities with these, and I want to make the rest a little bit shorter, but I just wanted to jump in for these ones a little bit more. So those are my characters that I will be taking towards tier 8, and hopefully a few more raids time, hopefully some lucky pulls, and I'll be able to get Hero up there. And then after that, I'll probably only go for Stitch, just because at the moment Stitch is still kind of anti-meta-ish, always going to be fairly useful, easy to use, and help on ST defenses. So because of those reasons, I'm kind of going for him and chugging him along just to help me out. And then I'll have to choose some other backups, and there are plenty of other great characters I will be looking at. But here I'll just swig through and we'll go have a quick look at some of my other tier 8. So I've finished all the towers, completed them all, got Stitch, got Trident. Currently, we'll see down later, he is not gear tier 7, but I do have Baymax at gear tier 7. I still haven't even used him yet. I took him all the way to tier 7 and I haven't even touched him because he's 6-star. Video coming in the works. How good is Baymax 6-star? Is he usable? I wanted to hold my first impressions for that, so stay tuned. That's going to be on the way. And a lot of these other older characters are still just not as viable until a lot of them will get a little bit more viable at gear tier 8, but that's a massive grind. And do you really want to put it all into a subpar, or until then subpar character? So it's kind of sad. I'd love to invest in some of these other characters and just have a super unique character that nobody else has. Like, big props, I've seen people going for the mythicals, going for Baloo, going for all sorts of other characters. And I mean, I've seen a Demona tier 8. That's amazing. I can be for that kind of stuff. So I'm all for that. And I really want to get Barley up. So here is my Trident. He is here, and he is 7-star. I maxed him out, got him up to gear tier 6 so I could use him in raids. And Heroic, you need your characters to be gear tier 6 and 7-star. So as soon as I got that, I was like, boom, I don't really need to take him to tier 7. I can use him at gear tier 6 for the raid. He does what he needs to do. I'm just going to leave him parked there, and he can just do his thing and just help me out. And then I can put my other priority gear to the likes of getting all my big Hero 6 characters up to gear tier 6. So as you saw above, I've got Honey Lemon and Go-Go already at tier 6. Heroes already at, they're both at tier 7. Heroes already tier 7. So I went and took up my Fred and Wasabi, so I'm ready. I want to be ready so I don't miss out on that Baymax. I just missed out on getting a 7-star by like 10 tokens. And I was like, feels bad. It feels bad. So I didn't want that to happen with my Beauty and the Beast. So Beauty and the Beast, you can see Colquhoun and Mrs. Potts, they are farmed up, ready to go. They're just waiting to get a 7-star beast. But the rest of them are going to be pretty slow. Bella's nearly a 5-star. Lemire is already a 5-star. So they're all just sitting there. And right up here, Belle's dad, he's sitting up there as a 5-star as well. So I'll have enough for unlock, and hopefully I should be getting enough for a 6-star. I'll try and push for a 7 if I can. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like my Big Hero 6, just going to be short sum. Yikes. And next we move down to the big old newest legendary Mickey. So the Sensational 6, I've got Minnie up there, boom. She is doing amazing things. And even Donald just up above. I only just got him up to tier 6 today. So he's already sitting at 5 stars. So same with Minnie. And Pluto's going to be there probably after today. With that, I think no problem. I should be able to max Minnie, and Pluto, just like Potts and Miss Cogsworth. Miss Cogsworth. Anyway, I should be able to max them and then move on to Goofy. I'll move on to Goofy last because at least he is part of the Sensational 6 Part 1 event. And that is pretty much the only way we are looking to get bonus tokens for these characters. So no 2x pulls for this event so far, and I don't think we're going to get any. So hopefully I should be able to get Daisy up and help use the first part of the event to gain more tokens, get more from it, and through that all, hopefully do well and get a 7-star. I just want to go for 7 stars on the second time around. I don't want to have to wait for the third time around, or else it'll be sitting around like my Baymax unused, and that's just not great. And as you can see, Dash is there. I kind of stopped prioritizing him just because I've got so many other characters that I need to put the gear towards. Even if I did take him up to 7-star, I wouldn't be gearing him up. He would be unusable because I want to prioritize all of these legendary events. And that's why I've got all these characters just sitting down here and a whole bunch of characters still sitting here, max stars that I haven't even used gold on. Like Mr. Incredible, like Frozone, like all of these other ones down here. And they are going to be sitting there until they are going to be usable, until there's a reason to pull them up. Because I just don't have the materials and I don't have the mats to go and do it. And I do have Miguel unlocked, and it is gonna be his month. Expect this month. Hopefully, I would say some type of mythical, at least, if not a Coco event, popping off. So there is that. Now, Ursula, check this out. People are always asking, how many Ursula tokens do you have? One more day will be one more step closer, and only a few more days time. So that's going to be one more day is going to take her up to 38, unlock the tokens, take it to 40. So we'll be looking about 3 days time. We'll be unlocking Ursula, and boom, she's going to be here on the scene. So that's going to be another character that I'm going to have to probably try and prioritize up to gear tier 6, gear tier 7, and then she might even be my next tier 8 potentially, but potentially not. Potentially not. I might just leave her at gear tier 7 and then take my other oceanic villains up like Gantu and Davy, probably Davy before Gantu. But that's kind of where I'm leaning, and that's where we're looking. So that is kind of like my roster, my outfit, how we've been going, and those are my priorities now. I'll give a couple of mentions to characters that will shine for each faction. So I know I've got a couple here from the top. So I've got a Wild, I've got a Downtown Hero, I've got a Downtown Villain, a Kingdom, an Oceanic, a Mythical. So I'm trying to get all these up with maximizing the free raid gear that we are getting, putting those into characters that are going to help support me, that are going to have some versatility and longevity. I don't want to invest all of these into a character that's going to be growing out of fashion. So Merlin is going to be around for raids. He does amazing things. Sheriff, after his last little nerf fix, I think he is still proven to be solid, and that's why he's at top of my kingdom list. Zurg's a beast. When you level him up and get more gear, he's gonna be a beast. Hero, he's gonna be amazing. Even if some of the other big Hero 6 characters fall out of favor, just his leadership, his ability, his kit is always gonna shine. And same for Stitch. Now I chose Stitch, as I mentioned before, for the counters. Counters to Gantus when you see him. Counters to Big Hero 6s when you see them. And when new characters come out, they get charges. I'm going to be ready with the Stitch. So that is kind of what I'm going for, and then I'll probably move on to, as I said, some of these other Oceanics like Davy, maybe Bubble, like probably Bubbles. I should do Bubbles because I use him everywhere and he's amazing, but we want to maximize things. So we'll see how we go, and I'll keep you updated on that in the future. Now, I'm going to do some more videos about other things on the list for all of this. Currently, I'll check you in. Currently, for the Titans, is that 1 day for our next tokens. But let's just jump into the milestones. We are maxing these out, so we're only 1 day into. The next refresh is going to be in 30 days, and we're going to be claiming those 2 tokens and then up to the last ones. So we're going to be unlocking here, making our way towards that 6-star, and I want to be ready. I want to be ready. As soon as she's on that 6-star, 7-star region, she's going to be, I want to make sure I've got her ready right up there at the top, and that should be amazing. Shout out to you Titans, rocking the raids past my midnight. I can't take a part of it at the moment, but you guys are killing it. So I appreciate you all. So moving on to the other things that I think still currently I am reaching to number 1 with having some struggles. Royal Ant just really picked up his game, and he all of a sudden just out of the blue popped out a whole bunch of Gear Tier 8 characters, just went boop, 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 Gear Tier 8. So, whoo! And it's been a struggle to get past that until I can get some more of my characters up to Gear Tier 8 with a few more pieces of gear. It won't be so much of a struggle anymore. So he'll have a few days of really good. He'll have a few days of really not so hard challenges from everybody else. Well, a lot of us will still be getting knocked back a bit, but you see, like a lot of the guys with Gear Tier 8 characters are all sitting out J-Mouse as well. He he wasn't all of a sudden. He has been steadily just racking up, and he's doing amazing work. J-Mouse, if you're watching, message me. I wanna ask you some things, because your defense is amazing, and I've got some questions for you. So send me a message down below on Discord, wherever you are, and we'll hopefully hear from you there. But that is my tournament. I am still getting up to the top. There are some struggles. I've had a couple of days when you're just trying to work around and working through how do I navigate past these Gear Tier 8 characters, and it should be getting easier the more I can get up, and as soon as I get that hero up, that'll help a lot, because just getting outspeeded with all the speed stones of those, when they've already got speed advantages, that is the main killer of why it's so tough. So that's kind of where we are sitting at. And with my gear, this will probably be one of the last stops for my little review. We've looked over our characters, we've looked at where I am in ST, and now let us have a look at where my gear stockpiles are up to. So down here, my stock standard, the low level ones, they're all sitting around about just over 100 or so, and that's around about standard for me. That's where I look to aim to keep. I used to try and keep my moats up to 200, but now I'm just going to let them drop down to 100. It's not really worth my gold buying any more of those, so I'll keep them up at 100, just like I aim these other dusts. Now for the club exchange, with these, I'm got my little stockpiles for the Gear Tier 7 pieces, but I'm so running short on droplets. The droplets are just starting to drain low, and just draining and draining and draining, and that's a struggle trying to keep up with the droplets and these essences. I'm trying to keep the essences all up to about 100 or above, and same with these fibers. So I'm trying to keep all of these up and keep my stocks up so I can keep upgrading characters, but the struggle is real. And the gear print, I'm trying to maximize things the best that I can. I'm trying to only get the night sky droplets from here if I'm not getting these lower gear pieces, and then picking up all the other droplets from the other tabs, as I mentioned. And if you're more interested in these kind of explanations, check my tournament exchange on my exchange videos. I've got plenty of videos explaining all those. But all these other characters, all the characters in the exchanges are maxed for me. Same, all the spells are maxed for me. So I'm just sitting at about 1 million tower currency, just in case new spells get introduced. I want to be ready. And then maximizing the gear, as I said here, for my priorities. So that is kind of where we're sitting at, and I'm exhausted my 7-star tokens, just getting those droplets. So that is it. That is our review. I hope you've enjoyed a little sneak peek into my account, and look forward for the next one. And hopefully we'll be getting more of those legendaries and getting more characters up there and more tier 8s. I need them. I need them to stay relevant and get more into the PvP scene. So stay tuned and you'll be getting a lot more from me. See you then.